Hi guys, Dazzie here finally with another comic book haul. This time is episode 129 and I've amassed quite a few books here guys. Nothing earth shattering but a lot of cool little keys. I've said it before, my area has pretty much dried up now, so from now on I'll be taking out some big road trips to try and find the books because I'm not paying eBay prices. In fact, this haul only consists of one eBay pickup and that is my last book, which is a nice little Silver Age key. So we're going to start with books that I picked up solely to flip. Books I've just picked up for £1 here and there. And then we move on. The books will slowly get better. And a lot of books then at the end of it that will be staying in my personal collection. Okay, here's a book I picked up in Tewkesbury recently on a trip to the Malt House, just for £1. This is X Factor issue 25. Just solely picked that up for the holographic cable picture there on the front. Like I say, most of these books you pick up for £1, you can easily make 5 to 10 on. This is Kick-Ass issue 1, volume 2. Picked this one up for £1 or so. This was in Bristol, area 51. Big fan of the first Kick-Ass movie. Second one was okay. Picked this one up in Tewkesbury. This is Raver, issue number 1, collector's edition. Cover A from Malibu Comics. Again, just books you can make a few quid on. I wasn't going to put the haul out today, but I've actually started listing them and I've just sold one of them, which I'll get to in a minute. So I wanted to show them off before, I posted them off. Up next, a book from Jonathan Hickman. This is God is Dead. This is one of the variants, and this is the End of Days variant. Again, this book can go for around about £8 on a good day. So like I say, you start off by picking up these pound books. You can make a nice little profit. I've done pretty well this past week. It's definitely a time to be selling, in my opinion, rather than buying when it comes to eBay. Picked up Deathstroke issue number 1 for £1, again from Tewkesbury. Again, this is a book that can go for 6 or 7. This is the second U52 Deathstroke actually, and I think that's from 2014. Yep. These covers always kind of go well. And it's really one of the very first Elvira books I've picked up. This is Elvira, Mistress of the Dark, issue 2 from Dynamite. As you can see, I paid just £1 for that. When I'm out hunting, you quickly check up eBay and see how much they're going for. This one was anywhere up to about a tenner. So for £1, yeah, why not? Elvira has a bit of a cult following. Here's a Dark Horse book. Really love the cover. This is Michael J. Gilbert's Mr. Monster, issue 1 from Dark Horse Comics. First time I've ever found this book. Again, 6-7 quid for that one, off £1. Happy days. Sticking with Dark Horse, we've got Andrew Vax, Hard Looks, issue number 1. A lot of these 80s and 90s Dark Horse books can garner some coin. Picked this one up in a charity shop in Bristol. This is Batman Year 100, issue number 1. That is part 1 of 4. Prestige format. Like I say, if you can find these kind of books for £1, there is profit. Picked this one up for £1 in the local gaming shop here in Gloucester. This is a series I have some of the keys from. This is Super Friends, issue 11. Just a Bronze Age book that I know I can make some money on. I have a couple of the issues. First Jack-o'-lantern and the first, is it the Wonder Kids, isn't it? Which goes for quite a lot of money on a good day. Found these for £1 a piece. Cut of Star Wars books. This is Star Wars number 1, and I think this is from 2014, Dark Horse. Like I say, these won't be staying in the PC. Found Darth Vader issue number 1, £1 again. I can get 5 to 10 for most of these books easily. This book is part of the Rise of the Midnight Sun. This is part 5 of 6. This is Night Stalkers. Of course, Night Stalkers actually made their first appearance in the Ghost Rider issue 28. And the Night Stalkers team was in the Blade Trinity movie. Ryan Reynolds played Hannibal King. Anytime you can find cheap Invincible issues, I'm going to pick them up because I've made some very good coin off of them. I think I ended up paying around about £1.50 for these each, and this was Invincible issue 105. I'm slowly getting through the animated show. Enjoying it, actually. Pretty graphic and brutal, isn't it? Issue 117. And issue 124. I've made some good money on Invincible issues from one of my honey holes in Bristol. I paid just over £1 for this one, I think. This is Madman Comics, issue number 1. Another early Dark Horse title. This one can go for double figures. First time I've ever seen that one in the wild. I've actually just picked this one up for £1 the other day, and I've just sold it for £6.30 today. So, like I say, making a fiver every time, you're laughing, aren't you? And this is Dread Underbelly, issue number 1, and this is cover D, is it? Anyway, this was a one-shot. This is the black and white variant. That is a sequel to the critically acclaimed movie starring Carl Urban, which I quite enjoyed. Picked this one up in 8-Bit Planet. Check out my comic book hunting adventures. It is a gaming shop in Bristol. £2 for this one. Another copy of New X-Men issue number 5, and the first appearance of Pixie. This was in my top 20 books at one point. I've got 3 copies of this now. That was a £20 plus book at one point. Picked this one up. It's one of my sole purchases actually in Area 51 on the latest trip was Secret Avengers issue 23. And it is 23, isn't it? Yeah, of course it is. And bit of a key here. This one can go for 15 to 20. This is the issue where Agent Venom joins the Secret Avengers, and it is the death of the 4th Ant-Man. Real nice cover on that one. Second copy there. Pick this one up. This one's been talked up a bit on different channels. I already had this book, and my original copy is signed by Al Ewing, the writer. This is USA Avengers issue number 1. Paid £2.50 for this, and I think this could be a good long-term play, because as well as being the first team appearance of the US Avengers, who were Citizen V, Cannonball, Red Hulk, Iron Patriot, Danielle Cage, Enigma, and Squirrel Girl. More importantly, I think, for me, this is the first appearance of the second Red Hulk, who is Robert Maverick. And, you know, they're talking up Thaddeus Ross as being the Red Hulk, and rightly so, but he is getting on in age, so maybe they may look to cast a younger version for the Red Hulk, and that would be Robert Maverick. It's also the first appearance of Tony Ho as the third Iron Patriot, and there are over 50 variants of this issue, each featuring an Avenger with the state from which they were born. So a good long-term play, I think, for a cheapest chips investment. It's not an expensive book, that, but it could be. Okay, so some books now that I'll be keeping in the PC. Picked up Superman issue 153. Paid £2.50 for this. This is the first appearance and first cover appearance of the villain that Superman is fighting on the front cover, Imperiex, another character in my encyclopedia. If you've been following my channel, I have DC and Marvel encyclopedias, and I've been ticking them off as I go. I'm probably 2/3 of the way through each now. Picked that up at the indoor market in Gloucester, along with this book, The Adventures of Superman issue 590. Another character in my encyclopedia, £2.50 for this one. First appearance of Colonel Rajak, who is Ehad Rajak. Happy to find this one. This one was getting a little bit of steam of late. This is the first cameo appearance in Secret Empire, the Free Comic Book Day issue from 2017. First cameo appearance of Teresa Parker, Peter's sister in a standard comic book. First introduced in the graphic novel Family Business. It's also the first appearance of Trapster, a young girl who is later renamed Trapster with STR on the end. £1 for that in the local gaming shop. Happy to find that one. I think I have that one already somewhere. I made a hot comic book alert about this book. This is Suicide Squad, issue number 5. And I'm a big fan of the CW Arrowverse. Yeah, it is a bit of a guilty pleasure of mine. Yeah, it's going downhill a little bit. But this is the first full appearance of the Black Siren, aka Laura Lance, who was in the Flash and Arrow TV show. Basically a multiverse version of the Black Canary. And it's also a good issue because it's the debut of Bloodsport's new costume. Now, Bloodsport is Robert Du Bois, played by Idris Elba, and the new costume will be showcased in the new Suicide Squad movie. This is the regular Eduardo and Pansiska cover. Paid £3.65 for that. I don't pick up many new titles, but like I say, when it comes to live action appearances, I like them. And I think this one might have some legs. This is Dr. Aphra, issue 10, talking of modern issues. The first cameo appearance of Dirge in Marvel Comics. I have the first appearance of Dirge in the Dark Horse run, which I picked up for about £1.50, and that goes for some silly money now. It's also the first cameo appearance of Eben Drake, an arms smuggler. The first cameo appearance of Cray is the prelude to the War of the Bounty Hunters crossover part 5. And this is the regular Sway cover. £3.35 for that in Bristol. To go with the cameo, I have the first full appearance of Dirge. Of course, Dirge appeared in Star Wars Republic issue 51. Like I said, the book that I own. That's a Sarah Pacelli cover. £3.35 for that. Forbidden Planet. Pick this one up in Area 51 for £1.78. This is Darth Vader Annual number 1. And this is the first appearance of Queen Troios of Shura Turan during the reign of the Galactic Empire. Okay, just a cheap key, but you never know with these Disney Plus shows, may turn up. But it's a Lionel Francis Yu cover, and I know that artist has some following. Picked this one up for £4 on a recent trip to Tewkesbury. This is, of course, Hardware issue number 1. I already have the polyback version. This is the first appearance of Hardware. It was Kurt Metcalf, an inventor who created a battlesuit to fight crime. It's the debut title actually published by Milestone Media, an imprint of DC, founded by black artists and writers. Like I say, this is the collector's edition, which is not bagged. We've had Static announced. I don't think Hardware will be too far behind. Happy to find this one. We are getting the new Titans season. That is season 3 coming soon. Red Hood is going to be on that. And the actor who is portraying Red Hood, Jason Todd, has tweeted about the Outlaws. And this is Red Hood and the Outlaws issue number 1. The scarce second printing. And the Outlaws team was Red Hood, Arsenal and Starfire in comics. I already had the first printing. As well as that, we got the first appearance of Essence, a mysterious woman who has a past with Jason Todd. The first cameo appearance of Durka, the mentor of Jason Todd. And the first appearance of Crux, who is Simon Amal, a man who can turn himself into a monster as a result of genetic engineering. So bang for your buck with that one. Like I said, I've had a couple of the first printings. First time I found the second printing, and this one can go for £10 plus. £1.78 for that. Happy to finally find this book. I thought I knew where it was, and that was in Tewkesbury. Superman 10-cent Adventure. This is the first appearance of Supergirl Sir L, a hybrid human Kryptonian, created by Brainiac. £2.75 for that in Tewkesbury. Showed this one off already on one of my top 20 videos recently, and everything Kang at the moment is going through the roof. This is Avengers Forever issue number 9, and this is the origin of Kang the Conqueror, Nathaniel Richards, a definitive origin of the character. Basically, this is the book where it goes through all the iterations of the character, because we know there are many. Pick this up for £2 in 8-Bit Planet in Bristol. Happy to find that one. Again, that's a double figure book now. This one is going through the roof at the moment. We're talking 25 to 30. It is number 1 on my current top 20. Found this for £3 in Excelsior Comics in Bristol. Avengers issue number 2. A brilliant Alex Ross cover with the different iterations of Immortus and Rama Tut and Kang, of course. I think Iron Lad's on there as well. All about Nathaniel Richards. And Alex Ross always delivers. This book was a nice surprise to find, especially when I found 2 copies. This is now well over £20 for this book, believe it or not. This is Green Lantern issue 43 from 2009. What a brilliant cover. This is the issue where Black Hand becomes a Black Lantern, reanimated corpses selected to represent the deadly corpse. It's also the prologue to the Blackest Night story arc. Look at that fantastic cover. Paid £1.78 for that, and then found a second copy in Tewkesbury for £2.75. So I'm sure I can make some good money on that. Like I say, a £20 plus book. This book is getting up there as well. I've been playing Injustice Online with my boy, and this is Injustice Gods Among Us, issue number 1. And of course, we are now getting an animated feature film on this. And a great issue, a great read. I've watched the movie cut scenes put together as well. This is the death of Lois Lane, not in mainstream continuity, adapted from the video game of the same name. This was a Jeremy Rapak cover, and I paid £1.78 for that. And like I said, a £20 plus book now. I was in Excelsior Comics and was very happy to find 3 copies of this, but I was only allowed 2. Still, 1 to keep, 1 to flip. This is a book that has recently been optioned. More goodness from Mark Millar. That is Starlight, issue number 1 from Image Comics. Yeah, a 6-issue limited series about an elderly superhero who has lost his purpose in life until a call comes from a distant world asking him back for the final and greatest adventure. Joe Cornish, writer of The Attack of the Block, which isn't a bad movie, has been tapped to pen Starlight for 20th Century Studios. This is the regular John Casty cover. Like I said, £3 for 2 of those. So, delighted with that. And my final book, guys, pretty short and sweet tonight. Just forced to make this whole video, really, because I'm sending books out. A bit of Silver Age, a character that first came to my recognition in the Batman Brave and the Bold animated series. Bit of a spec play on my part as well. We are getting the Black Adam movie. In that movie, we are getting Hawkman making his live action big screen debut. Of course, we've seen Hawkman in the Arrowverse and so forth. And we've actually seen a gender swap version of this villain in the Arrowverse. What did I pick up? A nice 10-center. This is my final book, Brave and the Bold. This is issue 36. Yeah, we got a subcrease here, but this is a good read. And the first appearance and origin of the Shadow Thief, Coral Sands. Brave and the Bold is my second favourite DC series. It's also the first appearance of Kaslak, the Sorcerer, the third appearance of Hawkman, who's Qatar Hall, and the third appearance of Hawkwoman, with Shiera Thal. We've got the first appearance of Therdan, and £15.70 for that, for a nice 10-cent Brave and the Bold. Like I say, a sub-crease down the front. I put it in around about the 3 to 4.0 range on his staples, as Dazzie said. And I cleaned it up, and it's presenting pretty darn nice. But that's it, guys. Deals are hard to come by on eBay, and I'm not going to pay eBay prices. So a lot of flippers there. No mega hits. But you know me. I'm still out and about. If you like what I see, please like and subscribe. All that jazz. It means the world to me. Share the videos. Get my videos out there, people. Thanks. And bye for now.